Okay, so I'm here with Billy Sutherland, who's going to be making his long-awaited pro debut because it fell out the last time as well. It's going to be on Clanwars this weekend. Thank you very much for your time. It's a pleasure to have you back. It's been a while since we have a chat. How are you feeling going into a pro, like you've had a pro camp, a pro fight? Does it feel much different from amateur? Or like tell us what the differences have been for you?
That's good to be back. The difference, do you know what? I think we spoke something similar last time. Like I think amateur train like pros now, especially guys that are coming top end of amateur. The only difference for me now is I'm drilling more of the elbows, more of the knees, finding things that I'm good at, and outside of that, nothing's really changed. I've always trained 4 5 minute rounds. Like I've never let off or give myself an easy time. Like my cardio condition and stuff like that has always been kind of elite, especially for my age compared to other guys.
Yeah, I like that. It's mad because you have that conditioning, but we rarely see it because you usually are finishing people and like that with the camp you were putting in for the last fight, and we'll talk about it. You ended up taking an amateur fight in the end. There's a lot of fighters wouldn't do that. They'd be like, no, I want to take pro, but you wanted just to stay active and say, like, how did it feel when the fight fell out? Like, what was that feeling? But then going to an amateur, was it an easy decision, or were you thinking you were going to wait? Or talk to us about just how it developed last time with the fight falling out.
So after that fell out, it was more who can we get next? Um, that fishing around, who can we get? Uh, it was a struggle, especially with the timelines and stuff like that, because it was getting closer. I think we were 3 weeks out originally when we had the pull out, and then we weighed up some options. We were waiting to hear back from some people. And there's a bit of him and a han, and it got to the stage where one of the options was obviously Keane McCartan for the flyweight title. I can defend the title. In my mind, I'm ready to fight, regardless of amateur or pro. I already put the work in. I was ready to go, and I was happy to take that fight as well because I know of Keane as well, and I was actually offered Keane a year or two ago from another show. I got a message on Instagram. It was just not doable at the time. So it was still a good fight. It was still a beneficial fight for myself, and I was happy to take it. It didn't really, don't get me wrong, I wanted to get that pro kicked off earlier because, like I've said before, I'm fucking getting old compared to the rest of the guys that are on the circuit. I'm 31, but I've still got that fucking bloodlust and dog. It's like I love this shit.
Yeah, no, and I know it's like that. And Akeem McCartan is a very good fighter. He's got like I'd say a 50-50 record, but he goes to nearly every IMAF. I want to say European, is he a world as well? He has medals. He's got gold medals from those competitions. So
European
he
and melt worlds, yeah.
yeah, and then like that, he's tricky on the ground. I've seen him. He was getting cornered, I think, by Shea Cleland, and he just threw a flying triangle out of nowhere. And I was like, how did this happen? So that was a beneficial fight. The way you finished the fight, noticed you put up a post after because there seemed to be a bit of controversy. When you watch it like you watch it back, there is no controversy. You used the Khalil Roundtree kick, which is legal. What was the fuss about, and why did you feel like you had to address it?
So when I blast the first kicks, so I'll go right back to the start. So the first, what actually causes the damage or a bit of the rumble is as he throws his head kick, I catch him with quite a solid right hand, and it does wobble him, and that's when we kind of both lose our balance as well. When I bring him to the cage, I drill that all the time. Guys hate when I drill it because I'm happy to. I'll look for the head or I'll look for the body. The body's always going to be there before the head, and even if it doesn't put them down, it's going to take a good bit of wind out of you. So it's someone like that's someone I've always had in the arsenal. It's just having the opportunity to use it. The first kick lands perfect. There's no argument about that first kick. That ripped. I knew that hurt him. Like I heard it and I felt fucking life sucked from him. Uh, the second kick. So what makes it look off is the different angles that other people see it at. When I throw the kick, it actually catches his leg, which kind of deflects it first. The toes come up and hit him in the top of the chest. I remember it hitting him, my toes actually stabbing him in the chest when it comes up just below his arms. His corner at the time were saying I kicked him in the head, and then I think they tried to say I hit him in the back of the head and I was following up with the strikes. Uh, and that's all it was for me. It was just because there's a little bit tarnished for that last kind of victory. So I just wanted to clear it up because some in case people did think, oh, has he been gifted that there? Should it have been a DQ or no contest? I just want to show people that it wasn't. It was within the rules. Just I'm happy to be that bit more violent sometimes.
Yeah, I like that you broke it down perfectly at the time, and the kick is what I've talked about this to Paul Brown is very underutilized, and Khalil used it as well before. Like that's a devastating kick, like to use, and that's something you've been drilling. That's something you've wanted to do, and that's obviously going to be part of your game plan going pro as well. What made you drill it? Is did you see Khalil do it and go, why is no one else using this?
No, I don't get wrong. I've seen Khalil use it a few times, but it's always been an option. It's always there. It's just people don't understand the rules or how to utilize certain weapons. Like that's one of the if you have somebody curled up against the cage, blast the fucking kick. Don't punch them in the head and or tippy tap and let them build up. Blast the kick and take some life out of them because on the liver across the body or full pelt shin when they're not expecting it, that's game changing. Like every time.
Yeah, because if you go in and try and start striking, they can uh, get you in the clinch, work their way back up. Whereas if they're trying to get back up and you hit them with that kick, that's going to have such impact. Like I said, it's going to catch them by surprise and it's going to completely knock the wind out of them. And it's going to be like the pain and everything is, and then they're not expecting it's going to be like, what do I do from here? How do I protect it? Like, Joe, it's just, it's so smart because it's not used enough. And hopefully we see it used more because I thought it was a fantastic kick. But you got to defend your belt, you got to win, and you're moving on to the pro one now. Now that it's so close, how does it feel? Like are you nervous, excited, or
I actually have a real same as last time, a real like excitement. Every fight, like all my amateur fights, I got really like nervous or like the normal pre-fight nerve type things, like all the what ifs and things like that. But I've made the walk enough times now that I don't know. It's just I just feel like I'm ready for it. It's the right move. Uh, it's a bucket list thing for me because I never actually intended in fighting at all. I started MMA to get fit, and that was it. So now it's kind of that full circle moment. Pro debut on Clanwars where I made my amateur debut, held multiple titles, had a good run of things, made a lot of mates and memories. Just that full circle moment now. So I'm actually really excited for it, and just that different feel. I feel like I've been ready for pro for a little while. I feel like now is the time where I can start building on that and then see how far we go.
and like, you kind of answered the question I hadn't even asked yet. What did it mean to you for Clan was, and you talked about being full circle and all, and that's where you started, and you've held belts. But obviously, this weekend is so important for you because it's the pro debut, and you're not looking past. I'm not looking past your opponent. But do you want to stay active this year? Because you were very active, and then there was bouts of inactivity due to multiple different reasons. Do you want to stay at, like you said earlier, you're not getting any younger, you're getting older by the day, as we all are. Do you want to try and be as active as possible after this weekend?
Yeah, 100%. I've got some after this one. I do have some things I need to sort out, like personal life wise. Uh, but outside of that, if I can get another one in by the end of the year, I'll push for it. I'll definitely push for it. If not, I'll be good to go for the start of next year. Uh, all being well. Yeah, I wanna stay active. Fight a minimum twice a year, maximum four times a year if I can. Uh, anywhere. Like just like I actually do have a genuine love. It's not a I'm fighting because I'm putting the training in and I don't feel like I can walk away. It's I have a genuine love and like just for being there, just for the sport itself, just making the walk. I do. I fucking love being there. Like I live for the chaos. I really do enjoy it.
And I like that as well, that you're there for the cash, you're not there for the pay, you're not there for this or the like anything else. Obviously, there is an expiry on that. So do you think you'll always be involved? Will you go into coaching after, or is that just so far from your mind? Or do you always want to be involved in the sport and help and improve and evolve it?
I I feel like I don't think I'll walk away from the sport. I'll obviously stop fighting at some point, but I don't think I can. I'll be able to walk away. Even now, I enjoy teaching and coaching the classes and helping the next generation, whether it be through drills, training, being a good training partner, nutrition, and things like that. So, yeah, I can see myself having still being a part of it even when I'm done fighting. I don't think I'll be able to walk away afterwards. I've got too much. I've invested too much recently in the last few years, and I haven't been at it long. 5 years all in, I think, from competing. But in that time, I've invested a lot into it, and I don't think I could walk away, even if I wanted to and try to.
Yeah, and what it's done for you and your life and the things that you never thought you do, like what you're achieving this weekend, you would have never dreamt that was going to happen like 10 years ago. Like,
Not a chance, not a chance. I got into IFS because I stopped bodybuilding, felt like I got fat. I had to do something. I remember as a kid wanting to do MMA after watching Never Back Down fucking a million times. And then finally, we are living in a place where, do you know what, there's MMA gyms all over within short driving distances. I know I was I'm a bit older, but let's go there just to get fit and learn something. And then before I knew it, is like a white collar boxing fight, novice fights, and then it's just that like it's like an addiction. That's the only way I can describe it. It's like I've been in cuts before, I've been in fights before, and I've said to myself, do you know what? I'm getting old. Maybe this is the last one. And then like win or lose or draw, it's not the last one. It's never going to be the fucking last one.
yeah, no, I like what it's done for your life and how you want to give back and how it's changed it. But this weekend's so important for you. I'm gonna let you go on. Thank you so much for joining me, especially this close to the fight. Is there anything you want to say before you go, or anyone you want to shout out?
Oh yeah, big shout out to all my sponsors. I'll tag them in afterwards as well, and obviously my wife Amber. Like between dealing with the kids, helping me out, especially this week. This week can be a stressful week sometimes. It's actually been very good. I want to actually give you had him on earlier. A shout out to Yannick. Yannick's actually done my nutrition this time round, and for the education stuff and everything else he's put out and given. And he actually contacts me more than I contact him to make sure I'm on track and stuff like that. You know, I'm a busy guy as well. So a big shout out and thank you to Yannick as well because he's made this cut a lot easier. Like I don't do big cuts normally, but I had my holiday and everything on the build up to this fight, and I wasn't spending that money all year to not enjoy myself on holiday. So he's got me on the straight and narrow, and I'm coming in fucking strong and shredded for this.
Yeah, no, he's like I said, I had Yannick on earlier, and he's really really good. And like he was saying, he will, and like with Nathan, he'll be like, I'm not doing enough. What's he doing? And he'll contact you, and it's good to take that kind of weight off yourself as well, so you can just focus on, especially a pro, going in having the easier cut and having someone to ask questions to if you're not sure. Because no, when you're doing it by yourself, you just kind of like
Yeah,
step on the scales, you haven't gone down, but that's the thing that happens, and then he can talk you through it.
it's a nice. Do you know what it is for me? So I've actually this is something I have got good at doing it. I've got my own kind of regimental way of doing this. It was more that warm, fuzzy feeling of being able to ask the questions, have the accountability, and then somebody just to, if I was unsure, if something wasn't right, they can give you that warm, fuzzy feeling like, no, this is fine, we're on track, this is how it's going. And it's just good to have that for a change. Like he's helped us out a lot this time round.
Yeah, and like you said, he's got up to 85 fighters at the minute, whether they're pro,
Yeah,
they're out of the country, and it just shows obviously if he's getting that many, he's doing something right. So yeah, no, I'm
yeah.
glad that's I didn't realize he was doing your one, but I'm gonna let you go. Thank you so much for joining me. I can't wait to see it. I'm gonna be watching it on pay-per-view. I won't be there, but I can't wait to see it. Thank you so much for your time.
Uh, Thank you, mate. See you soon.